disaster recovery and high availability and backup. We got your network fixed up. You had some issues with it last week.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And I'd like to spend a couple minutes with you today and talk about the disaster recovery conversation we didn't finish. One of the things that you expressed to me was some of the concerns around downtime. Maybe you can help me a little bit about that in your business.
Well, a couple of weeks ago we had our internet was down to get the day going, actually. And I have about 10 employees within the company, and basically for the first couple hours, up until we were trying to figure out what was wrong, we were just sitting around waiting. So we were down for a couple hours. I know we had talked on the phone, and I had mentioned to you, I thought that probably cost us about $2,000-$3,000 just for those couple hours that we were down. Mm-hmm. I mean, and that wasn't even a disaster. That was just our internet being down, and so we were in some pain. I mean, so those couple hours, that was painful.
Okay, so obviously you've seen, even though it wasn't a network being down, it was the internet being down. So there's issues with that, and your concerns about other issues that some of your business associates have encountered.
Correct.
As well.
Yep.
Okay, so that's important. Your cost of downtime. What else is important to you from a business owner? Is it the ability to, there's a lot of programs out there today. The reason I'm bringing it up is a couple of companies I'm talking to have a rental program. Mm-hmm. They have a purchase program. I'm trying to find out.
Cost is gigantic for us, and especially having to shell out, the $2,000 to $3,000, a couple of weeks ago. Having to pay up front to actually buy something doesn't really make sense for us right now. I'd kind of like, I know we work with the kind of the monthly, and if I could, make sure that I, blocked out those monthly costs and could continue to do that with no money down to start with, I think that would be the way to go. And I mean, if I could own it at the end, that would even be better. So I'm not sure if there's any programs out there that that would support that, but that's really important for us right now.
Okay. So, well, that's good to know, because my notes that I've taken today, as well as what we talked about before, I'd like to give you a quick thumbnail sketch of what I think may be good for you. So as you know, I do a lot of research. I'm sort of a geek about that for my customers like you. And one of the things I've found out in the industry is there's a lot of solutions. However, there's not a lot of solutions, at least from my perspective, that do what I need to do from my perspective. And that is to be able to make sure when I walk away that I know you're protected. Because I can't always be here. Yeah. That's one of my concerns.
I would love to be there.
I'd love to be here too, but I have other customers out to make a living. So there's a new company that I've run across. They've been in business a couple of years. The company called HEROware out of Southern California. And the neat thing about them, they're using advanced technology that's been around for about 20 years. 250,000 customers use this technology, and they've been able to, I guess through some exclusive contracts, be able to bring that down so a guy like me and a guy like you can afford it.
Oh, wow.
I've looked at their prices. I've compared other solutions on the marketplace today, and technically they're every bit as good as everybody else, and actually they're a little more advanced because of the software. And they're using great hardware. I've already actually tested one of their boxes. I have it back in my facility, and we've run it through its paces, and it's doing all the things we want it to do. It's failing over and failing back, and all the things that I would put into your environment to make sure you don't have this downtime that you actually happened last week.
Can't have that happen.
Yeah, and that's painful. One of the things they also just came out with is a rent-to-own program. So you said that was important, right?
Very much so.
So cash flow for everybody these days is very critical. Cash is king. So they have this program that allows you as a business owner to be able to buy, or actually in essence rent this unit for a time period that you and I decide is important. And then
so it wouldn't have to be 12 months. It could actually be
up to 60, they say. Up to 60 months, 5 years. Right. So if we want to spread our cost out over a longer period, and they also have true disaster recovery into the cloud in the same type of program. So for me, as your business advisor, what I would say to you is, let's put together a hybrid solution on premise or locally here in your office, as well as back to the cloud for true disaster recovery. If something totally wiped out our building, they would in essence be able to reclaim all the data, ship us a unit back, and we continue to run. I'd help set it up in another office. We'd have to rent a little building, but we'd be able to use the insurance money to do that.
I think we'd be okay.
And we continue to run. I think we could pull this whole package together after the work I did for under $300 a month.
And that would protect both the SPS 08 and the SQL.
And both your servers, full-time, high availability, real-time replication, everything we've talked about in the past. And I like to focus on technology. I like to focus on the solution, and I think this would give you a great solution at the price you're looking forward to. And
how soon can we get it going?
I can get it going right away. I appreciate that. Okay.
Beautiful. All right.
Great.
Thanks again, Fred.
Thanks.